Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever. Big night of highlights coming your way, and we start as always with our game of the week. A confusing but talented Southeast squad visiting a playoff-minded Sarasota team. First drive of the game, Hunter DeWitt's going to cap it with a touchdown toss to Marquise Zinnerman, 7-0 Sarasota. A lot of offense, a lot of back and forth in this one. Good game. Miles Braxton Johnson launches to Jacob Sannon. Huge gain there, led to a Seminoles touchdown. Courtney Allen is big, he's strong, he plows through the pile. We're tied up at 7. And then after Southeast blocked a Sailor punt, the Noles find pay dirt again. It's Allen again. He had a big night, 14-7 Southeast. But the Sailors, well, they would respond at home. Hunter DeWitt is big. He's strong, he can throw, and he can apparently scramble too. Nice gain, and he absorbs a big hit there. Second quarter, DeWitt caps the drive, rolls right, absolutely wide open. Sean Bain Jr., nobody within 5 yards. Touchdown there, 14 all. But the Seminoles would march down the field and score again before the half. Braxton Johnson finding Sannon in the middle, he does the rest. That's a touchdown there. Late fourth quarter now, 28-21 Southeast until DeWitt rolls right, finds Bain Jr. That's the game-tying touchdown in the last second. We're going to overtime. Wow, and in OT, Sailors get the ball first. They settle for the short field goal. It's good. So, Seminoles get the chance to find the end zone and win it, and you got to go to Courtney Allen, right? Look at the big fella just push the entire pile forward. Wow. Touchdown there, and that's your ball game. Southeast gets a huge win, 34-31. SNN local news sports reporter Amber Stidham was at Sarasota tonight. Fantastic game and a wild finish, huh, Amber?
Yeah, what a game. We had some rain, some wind, a blocked punt, went into overtime, and it was Sarasota's homecoming. What more could you ask for your game of the week? Sarasota came out ready to score on their opening drive, and a lot of help from the big man, Sean Bain Jr. in the back, who obviously, as you saw, got that last-minute touchdown to send the game into overtime. But Southeast had big offensive production with help from running back Courtney Allen, who added a few more touchdowns on his record tonight, including the game-winning touchdown to seal the deal, 34-31. We caught up with both coaches after the game, and here's what they had to say.
They made that first drive, was really good by them. And then, we're kind of sitting there playing a little from behind, wondering if we can do stuff, and then we score, and we got ahead, but they kept battling, and they kept running the ball or throwing it, whatever they needed to do, and they got that, touchdowns in the second half when we were getting stopped.
We came back, tied the game throwing the full ball, but we made it a football game by lining up and pounding it, and we felt like, for what we're built for and how we are, especially down in close quarters, it becomes a real matchup game, and we really like our ability to line up and pound the football.
And it doesn't get any easier for either of these teams. Southeast will take on Manatee next week. Sarasota has a bye, then faces Venice. Adam, back to you.
All right, thanks, Amber. I just want to correct those graphics we showed you there. The first guy was Paul Meckley, Southeast head coach. Second guy was Ed Voles of Sarasota. Let's move on. Undefeated Indians, we're expecting a tough one down in Punta Gorda. Tarpon's coming off a tough loss last week, but they're a talented team. They run it here with Clyde Newton. Looks like he's stopped, but he's not the leading rusher in our area for nothing. Turns it into a big gain. Charlotte would punch it in later with another Newton run up the middle. Touchdown here. This game was back and forth, little seesaw action. Indians come back with a strong drive. Terry Polk looks to be stopped up the middle. He squirts through somehow, finds his way outside for a nice gain, and he's out of bounds up the sideline. And then it's Cale Yautze's turn, firing over the middle to Noah Montgomery. Nice catch. He looks upfield, gets himself first down there, and the Indians would cap the drive with this Yautze keeper. He's going to punch it in for the score. This game was just as good and as close as we expected. Charlotte wins a tight one, 24-21. Well, ODA finally got a home game this season, hosted the St. John Newman Celtics tonight, and early on the team from Naples was running wild. Already up a touchdown, Tyler DeMond hands to Kendrick Mouton, and he's got some moves, a little shake and bake up the middle, and then he gets loose. Touchdown there, 13-0 at that point. And then after an ODA turnover, it's number 5 on the roster, Not on the roster, actually, and that's too bad because he deserves recognition for that pass to Ryan O'Rourke, 21-0. ODA would regroup after another Newman TD later and get going on offense. Evan Wilson fires to Brandon Place, who turns upfield, first down there, and then no huddle continues. Wilson launches a perfect pass here to Austin Hoppy. Great catch in traffic there in the end zone for the touchdown. After an hour-plus lightning delay, though, St. John Newman wins easily, 42-21. Well, Cardinal Mooney was missing Anthony Caiazzo and a few other players due to injury, and the Cougars paid the price for it. Lemon Bay is no joke. Mantas get a nice win after a long lightning delay in this one, too, 27-18. First loss of the season for Mooney. All right, let's huddle up for a bit, and when we come out of the break, plenty more football. Palmetto, Lakewood Ranch, Port Charlotte, all at home. Those games and more coming up next. Stick around.
You're watching Friday Football Fever on SNN Local News.
All right, welcome back to Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever. How about the #1 team in the state in 5A? An undefeated Palmetto squad open up district play, hosting DeSoto. This game was a stinker. Zach Rita kicks the opening points in this one. Short field goal, it's 3-0 Tigers. Palmetto had some real issues on offense tonight. Chris Tutton drops back. He's picked off here by Jordan Washington. DeSoto is a pretty legit team, but Palmetto's #1 in the state. Should have probably had a better result than this. Then came a sack out of Mikhail Harville here. Tigers looked worried, but don't worry about it, says Dave Marino. Tutton fires to E.J. Burston up the sidelines. Peace out. 9-0 Tigers after the extra point miss. Only touchdown of the game, and Palmetto survives a close one. 9-7, Tigers get the win in this game. Lakewood Ranch also opened up district play tonight, hosting Boca Ciega in the pouring rain. Third quarter, only thing you can do in this kind of weather is run. Chris Piercy up the middle, first down there. Mustangs go for it, and 4th and a yard later, but they can't convert as Piercy is stuffed. It's just miserable playing in this kind of a rain. Pirates get the ball, and this one's tight. Caleb McCullough runs for about 10 yards before he's taken down, and then guess what? Well, if you guessed another run, you are correct. This time the Mustangs swarm all over it. Sloppy night, sloppy win, but Lakewood Ranch will take it, 22-21. And Bayshore had an awfully tough time tonight with Hardy. The Wildcats mauled the Bears, 28-6. Well, Riverview finally got a break from the Murderer's Row opening part of the schedule to visit a winless Braden River and check out Richie James fielding the punt, and he's going the distance. 80-plus yards, and the Rams, well, they enjoy a 7-0 lead. Watch him run through the back of the end zone. When's he going to stop? But the Pirates had some fight in them tonight despite having been shut out and blown out in their first 2 games. Justin Ross is dancing with that run, first down, and then River puts its first points on the board this season. Eric Schapaker scrambles and finds Ross on the sidelines, and he's off. Speedy there for the first Pirates touchdown of the regular season, but Rams are much stronger than their winless record indicates. Karan Higdon is hard to bring down, too. Look at this. It's a horse collar there at the end, but they don't call that in high school. First down. Rams cap it with another Higdon run. Bounces outside once he saw the inside was closed, and the Rams cruise to their first win of the season, 29-6. Port Charlotte hosted Naples Palmetto Ridge. Pirates are a quality team, and they showed it tonight. Treege McClary floats one here to Teddy Spikes. First down there. Second quarter now, Port Charlotte punches it in. Spikes, look at this long run there and a nice dive, gets himself into the end zone. Touchdown Pirates there. More from the Pirates and more from McClary. Nice keeper here, little stiff arm, lowers the shoulder. First down there. A few plays later, it's a run up the middle. It's a fumble. Ball pops loose. Devontae McClendon scoops it up, and he's gone. Return for a touchdown and a Bears TD. This one got close for a little while, and then the Bears would go to the air after that fumble return. Andy Garcia, not sure if he's any relation to the actor there, finds Javion Morgan, first down there. Good actor. Like him a lot. Led to this. Ron Johnson around the left side for a touchdown there. Wasn't enough, though. Port Charlotte gets a nice win, 32-20. Port Charlotte. All right, Northport hit the road again, taking in Naples Lely tonight. First quarter, Trenton White hits Cody Jansky for the first down, perfectly in stride. This Northport team They're competitive. They could do some things this year inside the 5 there. Same drive, 4th down. White sneaks it in for a 1-yard score, 7-0 Bobcats, and that was pretty much that. Second quarter, Roderick Spears. This guy can do things. He takes the reverse 50-plus yards for the score. He's an athlete. Look at him break through. How many missed tackles there? 3, 4, 5. He's a tough runner, but guess what? Called back for holding. Didn't matter. Luckily, Northport hangs on to win 7-0. Well, when Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday football fever continues, we will take a look at some of the games with this guy, Herald Tribune sports writer Doug Fernandez. Stick around. Welcome back to Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever. Herald Tribune columnist and local high school football guru Doug Fernandez joins us now. Doug was at Southeast at Sarasota. Awesome game.
Awesome game, probably the best game I've seen Sarasota play in quite some time. They lost 34-31 in overtime, but let's face it, Southeast was favored. A couple of weeks ago, Ed Vols said, I want a signature win. I want to beat a team that we haven't beaten before. They almost did this. Really a tremendous game from a fan's perspective.
You mentioned to me chatting off cam, Sarasota may have turned the quarter. They are for real.
They are for real. Hunter DeWitt is one of the better passers in the area, and he really has a hookup going with Sean Bain Jr., who caught 7 passes for 103 yards and a couple of scores today. You know, if you're Southeast, you want to win a little bit easier than this. If you've looked at the first few games, they've either lost close or won closely. And this was another one. Paul Meckley wasn't exactly happy with his team's performance afterwards.
All right, that's unfortunately all the time we have for Doug here, but appreciate it all the same, Doug. Andy Garcia, good actor and apparently a good football player as well. Check out htpreps.com or the Herald Tribune for more coverage of these games. There's more local news and weather just ahead. Stay with us.